as a leader, what you really need to do is to first have a vision. A vision which is not just a set of fancy words uh, written down to make people happy. It has to resonate with you, it has to resonate uh, with the people around you, it has to resonate with each and every person who's a part of your vision. Uh, so, knowing your vision and being able to communicate it to yourself as well as to be able to communicate to everyone who's a part of the vision, whether it is you, your family, your employees, your partners, the stakeholders. And one of the ways in which you can really do that is uh, when you are able to envision and picturize what the outcome of what you're trying to do is going to be. What is the impact it's going to create on your customers? What is the impact it's going to create on you? What is the impact it's going to create on your employees? What is the impact it's going to create on the society? What is the impact it's going to create on your family, etc.? And there is no harm in looking at it uh, in a very materialistic manner, because that kind of inspires you. Because at the end of the day, it's not about the money that you're going to make, it's not about the reputation that you're going to set up. It's going to be about what is the difference that you're going to make to your life, to the life of your spouse, to the life of your children. So close your eyes, visualize, picturize as to what the life is going to be like. I mean, if it's going to be about your customers, just think of the kind of problems that you've been able to solve for them, how their businesses or their lives are going to be so much better because you being or your products being a part of their life. If it's going to be for your own good, visualize the kind of neighborhood you are going to be staying in, the kind of house you would be living in, the kind of colleges that your children would be attending, the kind of car you will be driving. And if it's about your work, think about the brand that you're going to be creating, uh, the kind of customers you're going to be attracting, the kind of uh, revenues that you will be generating, the kind of ticket size that each client will be willing to pay you, the kind of workplace you would have created for your employees, the kind of office that you would love to have. So some of these things can be very purposeful and impactful and inspirational to what you are doing. Now, once you have the vision, all you need to do is to be able to align your vision to a set of measurable goals. So these goals need to be achievable. They have to be very realistic. They need to be measurable. They have to be time based. So you can't just keep it open-ended that one day I'm going to have that. It doesn't work. So you have to say that I will have $1 million check from one of the Fortune 500 companies by the end of this year, right? And whatever the goal is going to be, whether it is in terms of revenue, whether it is in terms of the kind of clients that you want to sign up, or whether it is in terms of creating a new product, launching your new business, whatever it is, give a timeline to it. And so once you have the vision that you want to fulfill and you have the goals that are aligned to these vision, then you need help of people who will help you achieve these goals. And it all begins with acknowledging that you can't be the know-all and be-all of it. You have to understand and acknowledge that there are things that you know, there are things that you do well, but there are also things that you do not know. There are also areas that you are weak at. So identify those weak areas, identify those gaps, and then I try and look for people who will come in and fill in this gap, who will bridge this gap. They will be the people who have the strength in those areas which are your weaknesses. So and that is how you will be able to an organization which is supported by a team that is holistic and has strength in almost every area that is important for that business. And what has been spoken of by many people, and something that I would want to reiterate, because that is extremely important, is that try and identify the best people to work within the budget that you have. uh, your objective should be to find people who are better than you, because if you can achieve that goal, people who are better than you, who come in and support you, will help you achieve that goal sooner and in a more efficient manner. So at the end of the day, you will be more productive, and you will gain well and gain more when you have a team of rock solid people supporting you in achieving these goals that will help you fulfill that vision. Once you have your vision in place, you have the goals set out, you have a team that can help you achieve those goals, then you have to build an environment of trust, because that environment of trust will help you empower your team, the rock solid team that you have put in place, and give them the permission to perform. They will be able to act on what they need to do, using their skills, using their knowledge, using their expertise, using their experience, to help you achieve these goals that can help you fulfill that uh, vision of yours. And when you have built that environment of trust, you have to make an allowance for mistakes. There are a lot of things that you do, not all of them work out the way you really want. You will make mistakes. You have to give that same allowance that you give to yourself to your team. The one thing that will very beautifully happen if you give this allowance to make mistakes is that you will create a culture of creativity. You will help them feel safe in an environment where they are encouraged to think of new stuff that they can create, think of things that are out of the box, without fearing that they will be reprimanded if they make a mistake and if things don't work out. As an entrepreneur or as a business leader, there will be a lot of setbacks that you will experience. Now you have to learn to be resilient to these setbacks. They can't push you down to a level where you don't stand up again. And this is entirely an attitude. This is something which is up to you. That whether you get pushed down because of the setbacks that you experience, or whether you take them as a stepping stone, consider them as speed breakers, and you just slow down, overcome, and move ahead. So you have to learn from these setbacks and then move ahead, taking it as a learning for the future. Now, one another thing that you need to really focus on is upskilling yourself, upskilling your team. Things are changing fast. Technology is moving ahead. The networks that you use change very frequently. They get replaced by something new. You have to keep speed with your ability to adapt to new situations, to be able to work in the new environment, to be able to work on new technologies, to keep pace with the industry. One of the reasons why most employees do not upskill themselves is because they don't find time to do so. And so what you can do as a business leader or as an entrepreneur is that to create an environment which encourages people to go and learn new stuff, and push them to learn new stuff which is aligned with their role and the work that they are doing, so that they can build efficiencies in what they're already doing. But you have to allow them time, and maybe sometimes even fund them to go and upskill themselves. The next thing you need to keep in mind is who you spend your time with. Try and identify people who are good people and surround yourself with them. When I say surround yourself, I mean spend time with them. And spend time with them is not just that you spend an hour a month for a mentoring by a specific coach. It's about engage with them socially, meet with them regularly, observe how they live their life, observe what is in it in them that you aspire to have. These are the people who should be inspirational to you. They must inspire you all the time. The best is that identify these inspirational people who are willing to support you in what you are doing, who are willing to support you by ways of opening their network to you, introducing you to some potential client, helping you identify talent that can be a part of your organization, helping you evangelize what you strongly feel about. So there are various ways in which they can come in. I mean, they can come in and spend an hour a week or an hour a month with your team, whether it is by way of motivating them or sharing knowledge with them or just brainstorming. So surround yourself with these people. These people are hard to get, but once you find these people, treasure them. Make sure that you don't lose your relationship with them, because they could be the most important ingredient to your success. Take short breaks. It's important to rejuvenate. It's important to refresh yourself. We are all humans. We get tired. We are made of flesh and we have a soul inside. Don't push yourself to a point where not taking breaks leads you to breakdown. So take breaks regularly. So for example, if you work for 4-6 months and take a 4 days break, take a week's vacation, go into the hills, go to the beaches, rejuvenate, just spend time with yourself, with your people that you love being with, and you will find that you will be so refreshed and it will show in your productivity for the next 4 to 6 months. Even in your daily life and daily work schedule, when you're working for 2 hours or 3 hours, take a 5-minute break. Go take a stroll, go grab a cup of coffee, or if nothing else, close your eyes and meditate, and you will find yourself refreshed to be more productive for the next 2 hours. Last but not the least, when you have a great vision, you've set up your goals, you have a team that helps you achieve those goals, you've created a beautiful environment in which creativity thrives, in which people have the permission to perform. It's okay to make mistakes. People are coming up with new ideas, new products, new services. People are regularly upskilling themselves, turning themselves into better people and doing work better. People are happy and joyful. They're always fresh. Then you need to have faith in yourself, faith in the universe. Because if you don't have faith in yourself and your own capabilities, it will lead you to creating a self-doubt in what you are doing. And self-doubt, as I've mentioned earlier in my earlier videos, leads to a fear of failure, fear of the unknown. And that fear stops you from a wholehearted action. Anything that is not done wholeheartedly will not give you the desired results that you expect or the desired outcomes that you expect. I did not do all these things earlier, but I've learned from my mistakes. I've tried to incorporate a few of these in my daily life. I'm yet trying to work on many of the things that I've spoken of. I've seen them work in the lives of people around me. So I'm confident that these are the 10 things that you must keep in mind if you are a business leader or an entrepreneur. I wish you all the best. God bless you.